This is Alex with Grow How. Today we're doing the second pandemic gardening video. It's been at least 6 weeks since the first one. Between the rain, the wind, and my busy work schedule, because I work as a horticulturalist, this is a lot later than I wanted it to go. I wanted to be able to be on top of this, have it going. That's one of the first lessons you need to learn as a gardener. Things don't work according to your schedule, they work according to nature's schedule. Today I've got my potted plants, the ones that have been seeded and grown in, set out basically where they're going to be. I've got seeds. These may be a second video. I'll show you how to plant those. I've got my watering can, I've got my trowel. And keeping in mind, the way I plant over here in the area that's been heavily mulched, the way I plant over here where there's not been any mulch is going to be different. So I'm going to be trying to focus on those details. And we'll see how far we get and see how many videos this ends up being. Putting in a seedling plant is pretty simple in bare earth. What I'm running into here is I'm running into a lot of root systems in the grass that I killed to be able to plant this garden. The grass is dead, but those root systems are still there. And my ever-present rock supply is proving to be abundant as well. Usually anything that's under golf ball size, I'll leave here. I'm not as worried about those. Since this is going to be a vegetable garden rather than my usual perennials and trees, which I admittedly have more love for, I may take a few more out. But the key really for me is, can I get that plant in there? So I'm really only trying to dig about as deep as the plant and somewhat wider for my placement. I'm going to take the tag out. I'm going to want it there because I've got different kinds of peppers here. I want to keep track of those. A lot of people instruct you to break up the root ball when you plant so the roots get out into the soil. I've found with annual plants that is not that big an issue. Still not quite deep enough. And the reason it's not an issue is, and I think I've hit a larger rock or a pile of them in here. The reason those roots are not an issue is on an annual is they tend to grow out within the year. And I've got a tree root here. When all else fails, move the hole over a couple of inches. That tree is slated to come out because it's on top of my sewer line. Okay, that's level with the ground. I replace all the dirt around it, pack it in tight, and then I water it in. Come over here, here's my next one, and you notice I'm hitting something, you can hear the sound. That's the cardboard I used as a weed barrier. Now, if you look at this plant, I might sort of almost be able to get it in there, but this is not soil, this is a mulch. It's not intended to grow, it's not really well suited for it. So I'm going to cut through this cardboard and remove it. And then I get into the grass roots I got into before. I do not have to have this all the way in soil, but I want it enough in there so that I can get a good connection. Those roots probably aren't going to grow really well in the mulch. They might, but this mulch is really coarse. If I had a fine quality compost, I wouldn't be scared. And I'll finish watering that in. You'll notice on this one, there's a lot of damage around the leaves. Most of that's wind damage, although I am, as I move these pots out of the little carry-all that the nursery gave me, there were a bunch of earwigs on the bottom, and they devastated one of my basil plants right here. First I thought it was birds, because usually there's more of a skeletal feel to what's left over from earwigs. In this case, this plant's new enough, they just chomped on it. And there you go, folks. You can see the water there. You can see the peppers, my poor basil. We are going to do the seeds on a later time. I think this video is long enough. And we're going to do the irrigation, because you'll notice there's my irrigation line. There's nothing running here. We're going to do that on a separate video as well. Catch y'all later. Look forward to hopefully being a little bit more frequent in my posts here. Catch y'all later. Manana.